The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Folks tell us things they used to do. Tell us how they used to groove and ding. Do the sounds of Rick and Script.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, Muffler World, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prince Masters, and Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited.
Going down with all them songs, I still just want to jump around and sing songs by ancient modern things. Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a Rick and Scrappy. No, some was told by Gino D. I grew up on Kid, I grew up on Ron, I grew up on Al, grew up on Elon Moxie. Really hope that you don't feel, hope you don't feel cause I play R&B and ting. I don't need my Rick and Scrape. I hope that y'all don't think I let it go. Hope you don't think cause I make rock music and think that I don't let TVS play, that I won't play no Smokey Double O. My old mind will tell me how it used to be.
You got it locked and loaded to the Tuesday, December 16th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. And it is Tuesday. We got lots to talk about today. All right, we got a hot one for you lined up. And we definitely going to open up the lines because I'm sure some of y'all going to chime in. When you see who my guest is, and you hear from my guest, this time of year especially, I know some of y'all going to chime in. Some of y'all may chime in and get your feelings hurt too. I giving you the disclaimer ahead of time, all right? Just giving you the disclaimer ahead of time. But like I said, it is Tuesday, open line Tuesday. And if you want to chime in and be part of the conversation, here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head, brought to you by BTC.
Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Phone lines open in New Providence, 323-6232, 325-4259, 325-4316. Toll free and anyone in the family islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Stream us live, take us wherever you want to go, GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. All right. Like I said, we got lots to talk about. Big part of the conversation, obviously, around town. Not that we're going to get into it today, because like I said, when you hear from my special guest, we're going to have one big topic of conversation. Trust me, and y'all ain't going to get off that. But let me just look at them. And obviously, this is going to go the remainder of the week. Resorts, and of course, the headlines, and and they're brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. And be sure to check out Fine Threads. They got the 12 days of Christmas going on right now. As a matter of fact, today is day 5. Let me see what Adam and the crew got lined up for you today. On the 5th day of Christmas, the 16th, $10 off of dress pants. All dress pants at both Fine Thread locations, $10 off. Flagship store, top of the hill, Mackey Street. And the Southwest Shopping Plaza location. Both of those locations available for you 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. For more information, simply log on to findthreads.com. All right, so here's what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views of Matter since 1844. Resort staff will be paid. PM says revitalization of Grand Lucine won't happen overnight. No specifics given on status of resort staff. So nothing from nothing, leave nothing, and you still ain't getting paid. Grand Bahama, listen to Uncle Naughty. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I am not the Grinch that stole your Christmas. The PM and his crew are the Grinches that stole your Christmas. But I can be honest with you. Don't hold your breath on that. If you think that come in today or tomorrow, I could smell the BS wafting off them statements off the pages. All right? This is further proof this administration does not care about Bahamians. It doesn't. You could say one thing, but like old people say, the proof in the pudding, right? Look around and ask yourself. PLP hopes to ratify remaining candidates by January. BTC unions protest for better working conditions. Yet another union protesting. What's going on? F&M ratifies 4 candidates. Bamboo Town candidate and party chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands. Elizabeth candidate Heather Hunt. Pinewood candidate Denari Roll. Central Grand Bahama candidate Frazette Gibson. Those were the 4 nominated last night or ratified last night for the F&M. And finally, man 64 charged with defrauding foreigners looking for immigration status in the country. A Belgian man with permanent residency status in the Bahamas was on Monday charged with defrauding 5 foreign nationals out of $547,234.20. It's about $100,000 a pop. 120 a pop, maybe. No, 110. 108 and something. Yeah, over 100 each. Smoocher Wanikiki, man. How a Belgian foreign national get in here and could facilitate getting paperwork for other foreign nationals to the tune of $547,000, 200 and some cents. How? Make it make sense, man. Come on, man, Bahamas. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. How? Let's look at the gas tracker real quick. Rubis 546, Esso 533, Shell 535. You got options as you drive. Or I can give you a nosebleed when you pay for it, but I mean, one might make you bleed a little less than the other. All right, we're going to get to the break, flip side of the break. I told you I had a special guest. I don't feel like these headlines today. I'm feeling them. I don't feel like my intelligence being insulted. I don't want to hear no more bad BS. I want to hear about John Canoe. So we talking John Canoe on the flip side of the break. On the flip side of the break. Definitely this group is on the Mount Rushmore of John Canoe in the 242, probably with the biggest head on that Mount Rushmore. You know who I'm talking about. All right? The Saxon superstars. And I can tell you this. They world famous too. Because they cut the world famous in this new school crew of Ali multiple times. So it's global, all right? They're the global Saxons. They're the interplanetary, universal Saxon superstars. You know, in the words of Bret Hart, they might be the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Okay? Don't get me started. We talking John Canoe, and we talking who's could be all in your belly on the flip side of the break with my good brethren from the Saxon superstars, Mr. Toby Austin. You can't get no more Saxon than that. All right? So buckle up. And if you got any commentary, if you figured out which valley is, if you're the roots of your family, if whoever you want to call and rep, that's fine. But we talking Saxon today. And I talking how bad they got monkey stomp you all on Bay Street again. Boxing on New Year's. All right? From my mouth to God's ear, that's how that going. Anyway, we talking John Canoe on the flip side of the break. SC Tuesday, December 16th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Oh, you don't think cause I make rap music can't think that I won't let D-Mac play, that I won't play no Smokey Love. Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a rake and scrapey. No summer sung by Eddie.
'Tis the season to crunch and be merry with KFC's festive feast. Gather around the table, the laughter, and the people you love most with KFC flavor that makes every moment brighter. So whether you're here for original memes or spicy moments, gather around for the memories that truly matter. Share 8 juicy pieces of your favorite KFC chicken with 4 buttery biscuits and make it extra festive with your favorite sides. Make moments full of flavor, not dish duty. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
This holiday season, season, come to John's on Rosetta Street, Carmichael Road for all your footwear and fashion needs, where we've got you and the family covered. Shoes, bags, jewelry, clothes, and even home appliances. John's has everything you need for work, church, play, or the party in your life. John's has Skechers, Steve Madden, New Balance, Nautica, Hey Do It, Patrick Ewing, and other trusted brands. A John's gift card is the perfect gift. So come on into John's and start your holidays off on the right foot. Merry Christmas, Bahamas!
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
It's time for the buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
We're back at you on the Tuesday, December 16th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. We're into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. New arrivals in both locations just in time for Christmas. Men, women's, children, casual, formal, athletic. Be sure to check them out. They got it going on for you at John's. All right, both locations, John's Plaza Carmichael and the flagship store over on Rosetta, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. They're willing and ready to serve you. And remember, with John's, is always serving you is always a pleasure. And you hear that? That's the Saxons bringing me in. Got my good brethren, Mr. Toby Austin, chairman of the Saxons, here with me. Toby, good to see you this time of year, man. Is this yours time of year?
Yeah, no, this is the time of year when you gotta get down to business. First of all, good afternoon, Bahamas. And Naughty, once again, good afternoon to you. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad to have you here, my brother. First and foremost, let's do some housekeeping. I know there was some rumblings, and a lot of rumblings with John Canoe. I ain't talking about the mix-up Valley who can't make up their mind. Two Valley don't equal one Saxon in my book anyway, so I ain't worried about that. The text just texted that in the same time too. And obviously two heads ain't better than one because they can't make up their mind as to who they are and find their identity. So I ain't into that. Yeah. Then of course, the JCNP, the NJP, NJC, the ABC, the LMNP, that all kapunkel up. I ain't into that. Because that's stagnating and annoying me because it's taken away from John Canoe, which belongs to the people, in my opinion. Yep. So then that leads to Saxons. Then I look over now and now to get big round of Saxon, Voila and Toby. But I saw a picture very recently, looked like you all broke bread together and you all came out kumbaya and everything cool, right?
Yeah, no, it is, right?
All right.
Some things were said, right? Because, the water, like you said, the Wally situation, before this, is amazing. Before this, they really had too much, maybe had some issues in Jonquil, right? But since the Wally situation, the last 2 years, it's just been blown up.
They turned it into a soap opera, The Young and the Restless, The Bold and the Beautiful, As the World Turns, All My Children, everything. General Hospital, everything.
Everything. And the water got muddy, right? And, we trying our best to stay out of it, right? But, as the water get muddy, then they drag all us into this
everybody
pool.
get drag in.
Everybody get drag in. And here we are. Yeah, like I say, John, we was, but Naughty, I never see nothing like this year with the JCNP, you know what I mean? And I don't apologize. I support the JCNP, right? And because the JCNP was all member groups, right?
Right.
Who sit around the table and make all the decisions on how Jonathan should go, right? And
Right.
Noddy, let me say this, right? I listen to your show every day, right? When I could.
Appreciate that.
And I've been heard a lot of callers been calling in with a lot of misinformation, right? The former chairman, Dion Miller, right? They saying like Dion is a dictator and all this foolishness, right? Dion is not a dictator. No, when Dion come at the table, groups are around the table. You know what I mean? All the jungle group sits around the table and come
make
up
a decision.
and make decisions. So when you see Dion come in the public and he speaks on behalf of groups, not on behalf on his opinion. And so, a lot of people say a lot of things, right? And so, misinformation is really...
I think a lot of the water is muddy, but here's my litmus test this year. I can sit back, I can turn on the big screen, I can have my libations, I can have my conch salad, I can have my sauce boiling and ready to go in the morning, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I know MJ might do some boiled fish, so that might be even better. Or we might do have that going and ready, and I go watch Saxon cut skin on Bay Street, whatever movement on Bay Street Saxon can lay out. And then I'm going to watch and see how the people enjoyed the parade. And if there was any complaints about seating, or I had my seat, or I was oversold, or so on, I want to see all of that.
Naughty.
Because sometimes when you take something on, you got to be prepared to deliver. And if you can't deliver to what was previous there, you're going to have some backlash.
Yeah, and then, we being, like I say, right, we's the only people I see putting on the parade, Naughty, right, and don't seem to have no say in the parade, right?
In all fairness, if they do a good job, I give them their credit. But to your point, you all should have a say in the parade if you're putting the parade on.
That's right, you should have a say. Like I say, we's the only people who I see putting on the show. And then basically, when I say don't have no say, right, I want to be fair to them also, right? When I say don't have no say, a lot of things at this point is unknown, right? Sadly, the NJC was on ZNS talk show, right? They was on the radio, right? A lot of questions are being asked. They answered some of the questions still hasn't been answered. Like we 2 weeks out, right? We still don't know who these judges is who can be judging us. They hasn't been back. We don't know the names.
Hold on. I don't like the sound of that.
Naughty, that's where we are. And we 2 weeks out.
No, man. We got to be able to know. Maybe I don't need to know who your name, rank, and serial number is and where you live, but I need to have an idea of at least who's judging the parade. And if you got any experience at Junkanoo, how long you been judging Junkanoo, how long you been around Junkanoo, in what capacity?
Well, Naughty, that's where we find ourselves. And another dilemma is, right, like I guess we got sponsors, right? And we get people who help the group, right? Because everybody can't, on Bay Street, everybody can't get a vest. You can't give everybody a vest, right? So what we does, when we get our tickets, right, persons who help in the shack and who help the group through the year, we normally give them a ticket. Even our sponsors who help us out, give us money, we give them tickets. Now that's not Naughty. They offer every A group 25 ticket, which I haven't seen the first one is yet. How you could offer the A group, not even, because all A groups, right? 25 ticket, Naughty. If I can do a 25 ticket, tell me. I ain't getting no ticket.
Hold on a second. If you're getting 25 tickets and one of your gold sponsors are platinum, they gone. They belong to me.
They gone before you even get them, Naughty.
Come on.
Buddy, I the chairman, I haven't get none. And so if I will give my people a ticket, where I can get that from? And I ain't no ticket. And this year they introducing this scan thing, right? Remember a couple of years ago, you see that worker on Bay Street, right? When persons come downtown, they trying to scan to find their seat. You see that worker, right? That was organized chaos. And they trying to do the same thing this year. So here we go, Naughty.
And see, that's the kind of things that take away from the parade, take away from the morale of the parade. Because just as you got people like me and MJ who will say, okay, we going downtown and shit, we can get the seats, we can go watch. Or, no, we can watch it on TV. We can cook up some boil and stew and whatever. We have that for breakfast in the morning, and we can talk-ish when the Saxon win. Mm-hmm. Now you get out there. I spend top dollar for these seats. I ready to watch my favorite group, whoever they are. And now you tell me I got an issue with the scan?
Well,
and now I got an issue with my seat? And now, like other horror stories I saw, I can't get my seat, but my seat is there. Now it's occupied but by somebody,
Yeah.
Who shouldn't really be there. But got hooked up now, so they there?
Yeah. But no, that would be
and it can't go back to that.
It can't go back to that, right? But I trying to figure how all this could work out. And let me tell you what also happens on Bay Street, right? If you buy a ticket, let's say you go to Cowboys game, I used to be a Cowboy man, right? You go to Cowboy Stadium. Even if you in there, Naughty, and nobody can sit in your seat.
Nope.
But on Bay Street, like
that seat should remain empty. If somebody moved down and get into it, that's fine. But if I show up with my ticket in any given time in that game, you needs to move and you got to go. No long talk.
No
See you
long
later,
talk.
bye.
So how do you deal with that? Because, after the parade start, they supposed to be bleachers marshals, right? But these people, they don't really be found. Everybody policing themselves, the same so.
That's going to lead to, like I say, taking away from the morale of the parade. Because now I go on under the chair for my favorite group, but now I upset. Now I mad. Now I angry. The seat ain't right. I feel like I get swing. Now I got to sit here where I didn't pay for. Don't let your wife or significant other be on the side and start, but this ain't the seat we paid for. I wanted to sit over there. We supposed to be there. We paid for Washington Square. Why I'm being Washington Square? I don't care. This is not every right to say because they paid top dollar for the ticket.
Yeah, naughty.
So now your morale done down as a fan. When you're all at the street, I want to root for you, but I can't do it as much as I want to because I got all this on my mind. I feel like I done get swing. The experience is done been more.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the judging too, the judging is a red flag because for the judging been an issue for years from that time. Listen, I'll tell you a story. Growing up, we had a housekeeper and she's like family, all right? Olga Nimmo grew me up like another mother, all right? Lord bless the dead. Sweetest woman, one of the sweetest women I ever knew in the world. The best homemade bread, one of the best macaroni and cheeses ever. And she could throw down when stew beef and when stew chicken. Yes, boy, Olga was the greatest. And took care of my grandpa, took care of me, was part of the family. Huge Saxon from Mason Edition. I mean, Saxon, like I am the cowboy, she was the Saxon. Mm-hmm. I remember she came one morning, Toby, and she was like heartbroken. We thought somebody died in her family. I say, Olga, you okay? Yes. Listen, but boy, we got a problem. I said, what happened? She said, Saxon been the best music, Saxon been the best banner, Saxon been the best dancer, Saxon been the best this, the best that. And Saxon still lose the parade.
Yeah, I remember that, naughty.
And listen, that was big stink in our house. I mean, we was all upset.
Yeah,
because when we started to really look at it, how can you win every category and lose the parade? And that's the kind of things that for people like her who loved it with such a passion in the early years, helped push it to where it needed to be because she had 2 sons involved in it. Yeah. And to this day, we still got worries about the judging. We should not have the worries about the judging. If you all are the best on Bay Street, you know how I go with you all, Toby. If you all deserve it and you all get swing, I go fight bitter bloody Andrew and carry on bout on this radio.
Yeah.
Like my Cowboys do. If you all ain't show up to play, I got to tell you all ain't show up to play.
Yeah.
And why y'all make me beat up my gum and I got to tote this for a whole year till y'all win next year.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes.
Yeah. And let me say this, right? I mean, for me personally, a true drunken, right? Like I can see the parade, right? And I could be fair, right? I can look at it, I can look at a group and I can look at the parade and I see how it's going, right? Like last year when the Saxon come out there boxing,
right.
There was no...
MJ looked at me within the first 3 minutes and she said, if they do not win this parade, something wrong. I said, well, guys, I about to say the same thing. You could instantly see when your squad especially show up and you know, that one over.
Yeah, flawless.
That one over. Go.
Yeah.
And then you start wondering why, if it don't go the right way, why now y'all get swing? Because there was nothing there that could beat what I saw, especially last year.
Yeah, and then for judges, right? I know they accommodate most of them. I know they try to be fair. I'll give them that, right? And so I saw the parade last year boxing there, right? I mean, I did Saxon, right? But I didn't really see that note there was like that, right? And a lot of persons who, when they saw us, they say, listen, everybody got to defend for a second because first place then ready and gone. Then we line up, it was then over. And so you could see that. Now New York was a little more, competitive in terms of tightness, right?
Right.
And so, but we still came out on top because I think we performed well, we had music and so we came on top, so that make us 4 straight champions, right? So that was a good thing. Now here we are this year trying to defend our crown. So here we are, Naughty. Couple weeks from Bay.
Now, couple weeks from Bay. Now listen. Talk to me now. I seen some things. I even had some people hit me up and tell me, man, if I ready for war. I say, man, if Saxon go into war, I go into war too.
Yeah,
you'd see me out front letting you know Saxon coming and all in your belly. Now what's happening?
Yeah, we get into war, Naughty.
World
peace.
Can you just allude a little bit? World peace.
It's out there, Naughty, because don't forget, I'm after number picking everything.
I seen some video and thing too, man.
Look
here, they carrying on bad.
Parade of Nations, Eagle of War, Voices of Peace. So You know the world been going through a lot lately, right?
Yeah,
With
man.
all this war and fighting and Trump doing anything and he's saying
That's why I was very
foolishness.
interested to see. And when you said that, I was like, boy, this could be deep now. This going global. This ain't just local. This going global.
Yeah, deep.
I could already imagine. I say, if I know how Toby them go, they got
deep.
some themes from the four corners of the world. They're gonna blow some people's mind.
Oh yeah, this can be crazy naughty, right? I mean, they know we be bringing, right? But now how we could bring it, they'll have a wait and see and they'll box in their morning because it still won't be a little bit of element of surprises, right? But I mean, if they read out synopsis, they'll see just what we doing. But they don't. You got to see it. You know, that's like John the Goose, right? Like you they bring and say things, right? But you still have to really wait till they get the bait. Then you actually see it, how they portraying it. And how they plan on executing that.
Right.
So, we could bring, soldiers and, boy, naughty, I tell you, this could be crazy. Crazy. And, we could...
Sound like some of the competition bringing back some of them old themes from back in the day.
Hey, naughty, but, nothing in the sun is new. Nothing new. Everything you've been there before, seeing that, done that.
All right, we'll get back to the Saxons in a second. Let's get to this call. Talking Heads.
Good day, Naughty. How you doing?
Hey, good afternoon.
All right, Naughty, sometime in life, the Caribbean, Bahamas, one of the best countries in the Caribbean. And sometimes you need to stop being negative, pretend for the government tries. Be positive, you always be positive. Hope that the best happens. You're always talking negative.
Give me something to positive. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Give me something positive to talk about, please.
But you always wish things to happen. You always this thing happen, that thing happen.
Has it happened? Yeah, I'll give you an example. All of the pontification about the Grand Lucayan, has it happened? Yes or no, caller?
Stop talking negative.
Yes or no? Listen, man, stop grandstanding, singing for your supper, and not having enough bollocks to call wrong where wrong is. It's groveling, sing for your supper, can't call wrong where wrong is. Bahamians like you that have Bahamians like me suffering because you are too busy selling out because you all want a little contract and can't tell your stinking MPs who are doing a stinking job for your stinking party that they're doing a stinking job. Okay? Give me one positive that they've done. And you can't even answer the question, was the Grand Lucayan sold, yes or no? When you come on Talking Heads, number one, don't sound like you've been denied oxygen in the wound. Number two, don't sound like you're suffering from a bad case of man-likery. Number three, be objective. If you say there's no negative, then back it up and show me the positive. All right? And number four, most of the good Talking Heads on here are readers. So get caught up on your reading and then call me back. And number five, just in time for Christmas, you can get it online. You can get it on Facebook Marketplace. You can get it here at The Guardian. You can order it special. It's called How to Be a Better Talk Show Contributor by Naughty. I'll show you the ways how to call in, text in, and make your point valid and sensible so you don't sound like a denied oxygen in the womb political troll. Get 2 for 1 special. Good stocking stuffers right in time for Christmas. Sorry about that, Toby, but obviously we have to deal with the negativity that there is.
Yeah, I know it is.
That sounds like an upset valley.
It is what it is, right? But I mean, you call it as you see it. You understand me? I mean,
and who mad, stay mad, and who don't like it, don't like it. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I don't lose sleep. But anyway, back to that theme, though. I think that's an impressive theme. I think there's a lot going on in the world that people see, especially with the way we see online, we watch online, we have TV, so on and so forth. People are familiar with it.
Yeah.
So if they can see stuff that they've seen globally come to life in something that's impactful to them, like John Canoe, I think y'all are onto something, man. It's just not the same old.
No, I think it's something different. I mean, I wouldn't say it's something new to Bay Street, but I think how we portraying it and how we bringing it, it'll be something new. You know what I mean, Naughty? And so, yeah, it's going to be something exciting. And you gonna have, like I said, the world's going through this turmoil now, right? And so when you see it, all this come together, between all these different nations, the United Nations and all these different characters and stuff like that, right? It can be really something to see. Put it like that. And our girls, they know how to, that cook a choreograph.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when it comes to dancing, you all could be there. When it comes to music, you all could be there. I know the building and the costumes could be there, but make sure that music's solid. We want no discrepancies.
Well, Marty, be known for good music, so that shouldn't be a problem.
There you go.
That shouldn't be a problem.
All right, Naughty, please ask your guest. It's 10 days before Bay Street. Is it between the family or the Saxons? Who wins it? That's the texter.
Well, no, the fish man ain't never got the fish thing, so everybody going to base you to win. So I assume all the eight groups going to win, but only one man could win.
All right, let me get this out of text. And 2 texters want to know the same thing. Good afternoon, Naughty. How goes it? What went down yesterday? Heard that the chairman of the PLP was rooted. Yeah, okay. Cut to the chase. In the House of Assembly, Mr. Mitchell, when he's getting his feelings, he's getting emotional. Mr. White, MP for St. Anne's checked him. And Mr. Mitchell got in his feelings and referred to Mr. White's wife as a Garland. And then, of course, Mr. White fired back and said, you wouldn't know what it's like to have a wife, and you wouldn't know how a woman feels when it comes to certain things, and boom. Oh, stop that. You're being nasty. Stop it. No. Typical Mr. Mitchell. He could give, but he can't take. Well, in certain instances. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's in the house. You fired me, I fired you. Some people are just, give him a 2 or 3 piece for insulting their wife. He say something like that about MJ, he get a 2 or 3 piece. I don't care about his title in this country. That's just how some people feel. Then some people might say, it ain't worth it, deal with it another way. But at the end of the day, you can never expect people just to sit there and take an insult that's being hurled at you, especially when it's a family member, you're going to get something back. That's what real men do. They fire back. So at the end of the day, that's what happened. It was a poor display in the House. Total hypocrisy again by the chairman of the PLP, because who does more character assassinations than him and his political trolls when it comes to people who speak out against this administration? So I think the hypocrisy is rife, and he's hurled many an insult. So just as you hurl, so shall you receive. That's how this game goes. So that's what it was, Texas. I mean, it is what it is. Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
We don't hate you. You're just naughty by nature.
What's going on, GNN?
And good afternoon to Chairman Toby.
Good afternoon. How you doing, my brother?
I am all right, man. Good. My name, Jungle name, is Chief Stinking Goat Skin. And I call to say one thing to Toby. That is the way forward, Wally Boy. Don't get me mixed up.
All right.
I call to say one thing to the chairman of the Saxons. There's only one original drill sergeant in this town. That's Chief Stinking Goldskin from 1982 with the troops on the ground. And when you come to Bay Street, Toby, tell your whole group, when they off, because there can be plenty mosquito. Thanks for thinking, Grammy Boy. God.
Behave yourself, Grammy Boy.
I get my bag on. I get my bag on Stinking Goldfish.
Yeah, but I mean, people getting fired up. People actually are looking forward to it. And that's why I wanted to have you on, so people could actually hear, look, for those of us who do support the Saxons, ride with the Saxons, we want to know, all right, you could be there. The air is cleared. We ready to go. No excuse, because obviously it's not a level playing field. It already looks like it's not going to be a level playing field. But like you said, if you come correct like the Saxons always do, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, but not, competition is competition, right? And not taking nothing away from no groups, right? Because everybody in the shack for months, they probably always do, right? Preparing for Boxing Day and New Year's Day. And if you ask any A group, if they take a win, you think they can say no?
No.
Everybody coming to win.
You ask me every year if the Cowboys can win, you darn right they can win, but you mean they can win.
That's right. So, I mean, I don't expect the group to lay down to us. They come in to beat, they come after 4 straight or whatever straight it is, they come in to beat you. And,
That's 4 straight.
And once you're the champion, you got to realize you have a bullseye on your back, right? And so you get 6 other groups coming for you.
Correct.
You understand me? And so, you got, I mean, like I say, I know everybody coming to win. I expect nobody to say they can fall land, but only one could win. And so, I sure they done their homework, we've done our homework. And so, it's only a matter of a couple of days now. And when we get the Bay Street, we will line up and everybody will have an opportunity to.
You know how I know when the Saxons really put it on somebody? It's the first lap. You all come out and do what you all got to do. And by the time the second lap come, and you had the deflation come out of them other groups, like the love of Junkin who leaves them, and they realize, my God, what Saxon just do on their first lap?
Yeah.
That's what I love to see. Then I know, boy, look here, you could talk crap the rest of the night, boy. Naughty, wake people up out their bed talking about Saxon in their belly and hang up the phone. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Naughty, like I say, a true Junkanoo, right? Like me. I think a couple of years ago when one family, but 5 years ago, right, when they came at Disney, and I saw them, right? Isaac Biggs. Isaac, you cut me, you'll see Saxon come out to be right. But when I saw them, that boxing name on him with that Disney name, right, and I saw them, how they execute that, it was no doubt in my mind that's
who was going to get
right. Yeah, when I saw them, I say, yeah, these guys, they can be hard to beat. They look good, they sound good, and at the end of the day, Naughty, that's just the way. That's how it came out.
Yeah,
they was first, we was second.
Like NASCAR, some of them pit techs who had the pit for them fellas, they could hear when them car going zzz, 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 yeah, Junior gonna win today.
Yeah,
just leave it.
Yeah, so sometimes you can be objective, but sometimes if you're real drunk and you know what time it is, right, and you want to speak truth to power. Sometimes, the truth be told, right? Everybody come to win, right? Now some bonus have your little hiccups and some little issues. Yeah, some little issues and some unfortunate stuff has happened to you, right? But we try to learn from your mistakes. But like I say, any given morning you could get your things if you ain't ready.
Correct.
But we being ready for a little while and be ready again this year. So it can be hard to beat us. It's no doubt about that.
Now, how many more practices before?
One more, Naughty. We got I sent you something yesterday. We got one more, which is Thursday coming.
Okay.
Thursday coming is our last practice, and that's our pep rally at our key. So we wanted be asking all the Saxon fans and John Canoe to come down to Fish Fry for our annual last practice and pep rally. We can have some artists, featured artists come out there. They can sing some songs and we can have some giveaways and just trying to hype up get everybody hype up for boxing.
Get the momentum up, man. Listen,
yes.
like I say, at this time of year, I think of many Saxon, my good Saxon brethren who are on here, but one always comes to mind, Macaroni. Yeah. Peter Gilcutt. Yeah. The big guy. Yeah. So do it for the big guy. Yes, I always tell y'all, do it for the big guy. I like to talk smack for the big guy. I can do my Peter Macaroni Gilcutt impersonation when you all win. So yeah, go get it. Go win. You don't need to motivate me much. You just tell me when you're going and when you're coming out, and that's that. But I think it's a good thing. Get everybody out there, get the Bahamian artists involved. And like I say, get to Bay. And like I say, this is, the theme again is world
peace.
World peace.
And then we come up New Year's with Crusaders. We come in from the church.
I saw them Crusaders. I ain't gonna say nothing of it. Listen here.
After you've been with the war and all that, right, for peace.
Right.
And then we can start praying on New Year's morning.
There you go.
That's right.
But I like it. I like the concepts. I think the themes are good. I'm looking forward to you guys doing what you all always do. Representing, win, lose, or draw. I got you, but, I prefer it when you all win. And if they swing us, remember I told you they was coming to swing us, and I could be making plenty noise on this radio. Erica, you got off the call too, because I hear Erica is pulled for the Valley, so I gotta watch out. I know two members of Erica right now who's Valley, and if they listening like this, no. But listen, I ride for the Saxons, so I want you all to have a safe parade. I want you all to have a good parade, and go out there and do what Saxon do, Toby.
Yeah, but we all would like to see a safe, honest, good parade this year. Always. You always want to see a good parade, right? And so, we as John Canoe was, like I say, I get friends in all groups, right? So all this is boys and friends, right? At the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, we will congratulate one another and then move on to the next one, right? So there's no ill will in that sense of the word, right? But we want to be people to come out on boxing in the US thing. Let's have a good time. Like I say, not trying to be negative with anything, right? But we'll want to see the parade, flow freely. We'll want to see all the tickets when people scan them that they're working properly, because all these things could cause hiccup and cause confusion and cause delay in the parade. And you always want to see the parade flowing, right? Because when the parade start to back up and people start to grumble, taking too long and all that foolishness. So, we'll always like to see the parade move smoothly and without incident. And so it was a good thing. So we pray for that in this form. And this time around, we like to see that.
And like I said, I wish you nothing but the best, man. I want you to have a great parade. We're going to get to the break. Flip side of the break, we'll get into the 5 o'clock hour. I'll read some of your text. We'll chop up some of the headlines. We'll take a break, and then we'll get into sports, all right? But like I said, man, today I'm keeping it light and I'm keeping it fluffy. I am really not trying to let all this, like they say, ism, schism going around, get us off Christmas, man. Focus on the important things, all right? Remember the reason for the season, and remember John Canoe is a big part of it. Don't let all the hullabaloo going on in the world of John Canoe distract you from going out and pulling for your favorite group this year, whether it's Saxon, Valley, Family, Roots, whatever. Get out there, support the thing. Love yourself in the process, but, be ready to prepare yourself for Saxon in your belly one more time, all right? quick break. On the flip side of the break, we'll be back with the Tuesday, December 16th talking edition of Talking Heads, which continues right after this.
The holidays are all about traditions, the lights, the laughter, and the food you can't wait to dig into. KFC Deluxe sandwiches are the favorites that never miss a season. Bite into an extra large, juicy chicken filet with fresh lettuce, tomato, melty cheese, pickles, and creamy mayo, nestled on a buttery brioche bun. Make mealtime extra festive with the Festive Big Box for $15, featuring a KFC Deluxe sandwich and our new coconut dessert biscuit. Classic flavor, festive feel with KFC's Deluxe sandwiches. KFC, it's finger licking good.
The technicians at Muffler World on Mackey Street and Robinson Road can do a lot of things to make your car perform better. Like make sure the wheels are properly aligned, and that your brakes actually work, and that your car is using the correct oil and in fact has oil. Those same techs can replace your entire exhaust system. Check out Muffler World for the top of the line Walker muffler. Now if you want your ride to sound rude, Muffler World can help you there too with a system by Flowmaster. Muffler World, Mackey Street and Robinson Road, mufflers, and a whole lot more.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of a fresh start with a personal loan at Fidelity. You could win refreshing prizes like a luxurious spa day, John Boat gift certificates, a cruise for two, and more. Make that move to a fresh start today. Call 356-7764. Promotion ends December 19th.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Girl, Junior just showed me Bella Boy in his phone.
What you mean? He take picture of that good-for-nothing boy?
Shh, you don't want Bella here. You say that. You know she always say that's my good child.
So what he doing in Junior phone?
Oh, he there because the police looking for him. He on their wanted list.
Wanted persons in your phone now?
Yes, child. And when police want to find anybody quick, after something happen, they can send pictures direct to your phone. Go to Google Play or App Store and search for Crack Crime Bahamas. Then pick install and it will go straight to your phone.
There is also a section on missing persons.
Yes, girl. Everybody needs to get this app so police can tell us right away when these people go missing. Just like an alert system.
Yes, it has numbers for Crime Stoppers Bahamas, so you can call and nobody knows it's you. Call directly to Miami and give the information without giving your name or anything about you. I tried the other day, and when I hear Junior and his boys talking about where they hide those guns, I walk quick round the corner and call that number.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Island.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Old folks should tell us things they used to do. Tell us how they used to groove and think. Do the songs that Rick and script.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, Easy Car Sales, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, Muffler World, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prince Masters, and Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited.
Going down with all them songs, I still just want to jump around and sing songs by ancient man and things. Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a Rick and Scrapey.
We're back at you on the Tuesday, December 16th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. We will be talking sports in short order in this hour. We are into the 5 o'clock hour, so we will be talking sports in short order. But before I get to that, let's wrap up some of the things we were talking about in the first hour. I had our special guest, Mr. Toby Austin, chairman of the Saxon Superstars. I'm very excited to see what the Saxons bring forward on Bay for boxing and for New Year's. But I got to get to some texts as well, too. So let me get to them. Naughty, pertaining to your earlier conversation regarding Mr. Mitchell's outburst in the House yesterday and the derogatory remarks concerning Mr. White's wife, I wonder how he will scream if he was to get hit with what we call a screamer. I wish I could be a fly on the wall to find out if it went down. Ah, boy. Good afternoon, Naughty. How goes it? What? Another one. We just wrapping that up. We talked about that already. Naughty, I say family for New York. If Toby's gone, make sure I let him know before he goes. Family or nothing on Bay Street this year. All right? Well, go root for your family and get out there and enjoy. Naughty, I know you all ain't talking politics right now. Saxons are nothing. But Naughty, I got a question. Why is the PRP so thin-skinned? When I was a little boy till now, why they so soft, man? And they like to criticize but cannot take the hard criticism. Something I always wanted myself to, Texter. If you're going to get into that kind of stuff, you got to understand, you give and take. If a comedian engaged me backstage and we going off on each other, just how I got to take the barrage that he's throwing at me, he got to take the barrage I'm throwing at him. Then when you get out there publicly, excuse me, in a setting like the House of Assembly, if you fire an insult, you're going to get an insult back. And you could fire some insults in the house, you can't fire outside the house. My biggest thing is, I wonder if you can call Mr. White wife a galling outside of the house. And like I say, nobody knows how a man is going to react when their wife comes under attack. Anybody play around MJ, I will cut you from the ankle. Then I will cut the rest of your family from the ankle now. And just right there. Let's go. Because once I cut you the ankle, you ain't going nowhere. You're only crawling. Then I can deal with you all how I need to deal with you all. And that's just me. Other people may react differently. I'm just saying. And you got other individuals who might just, drop a 2 or 3 piece on somebody because you insulted my wife. Or others might fire back and pull your file and pull some of the sordid details out of your past and hit you with it. It can't turn nasty then. It can't. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't play with fire. You shouldn't poke the bear. Oh, boy. Good afternoon, Naughty. Couldn't wait for today to tell you and Miss Mary J. big game tonight. You think they could beat the Knicks? From what I'm gathering, I like the Spurs in this one plus the 2.5. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think Wemby got something for you. And I think the difference is going to be De'Aaron Fox. Everybody worrying about who going to cover Brunson for the Knicks, who going to cover De'Aaron for the Spurs. So I think it should be a good game. MJ and I will be watching it for sure. And obviously, if they win a big game like this, they off and running. I think the Spurs got a lot of basketball in front of them this year because it's a good organization and it's a good team and it's well coached. And the West is going to have some good competitive series in the playoffs. Thunder, Lakers, Spurs, Nuggets. That's 4 right there. The solid matchups. Over in the East, not so much, but hey, playoff basketball is playoff basketball. But we got a lot more basketball to watch. We got to get through the All-Star game, so on and so forth. And we'll be able to talk about that. But let me get to the text. Naughty, I agree. This administration cannot call wrong or be objective on anything. That caller was a total idiot. Listen, you could ride for whatever political party you want to, Just don't go on my show saying I'm negative. I'm only going on the headlines. I'm only going on what this administration puts out. I'm only commenting on where and when they've dropped the ball or something don't make right. If you call them with such conviction for your party, call and tell me some positives. Give me something positive to talk about. God knows you don't think I want to talk about something positive? You don't think that I actually want to talk about a surplus that actually exists? You don't think I want to talk about Grand Bahamians getting relief and getting paid and having a good Christmas because the Grand Lucayan was sold properly and the money got here and so on and so forth? You don't think I want to talk about it like not having any murder? And yes, the murder rate has gone down, but I mean, wow, we still got 80. You think I want to talk about crime all the time? No. Give me something positive to talk about. Do you want me to keep talking about losing a whole generation of young males between 18 and 30 to gun violence and drug violence and gang violence? You want to talk about the atrocities against women and kids? What about the elderly? Come on, like, you want to talk about people being hungry every day? The cost of living out the roof? I mean, give me something positive to talk about. Just don't come in with empty neck. Oh, you negative. You negative. You negative. And you're redundant and you're not bringing anything to the conversation. Give us something to talk about. Let us feel positive about some things. Let us talk about positivity rather than negativity. Boy, I tell you, that's a big part of the problem in this country. We cannot give wrong where wrong is. If somebody, giving you a contract does wrong, well, no, I can't say that because they gave me a contract. Or I'm a blind supporter. I can't say that. You got to be able to call wrong where wrong is, right where right is. And maybe if some of y'all called out some of these politicians for these parties that y'all love so much, maybe they'd do better because maybe they'd know better. And the ones who know better and refuse to do better, you could remind them. But that's part of the problem. We rewarded mediocrity for far too long, and nobody could say where wrong is. Sometimes you got to give wrong where wrong is. That's how you get better. Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty, how you doing? Critical Thinker here, Seattle.
Hey, what's going on, Seattle?
Quick question, Naughty. If you on your way to meet a guy, and then word come to you that somebody down there is literally beating them, slaughtering them to death, would you insist that the person stop, let you do it?
Okay, I you broke up a little bit, so I didn't get quite get the whole analogy.
I said, if you're on your way to battle with a guy,
right?
But you get word that there's a warrior down there that is totally dismantling them, totally tearing them up with no chance of their survival. Would you insist that that person stop so you could do it?
Man, if they're taking out my enemies, go ahead and take out my enemies, man.
Okay, so just let me just speak to some other individuals who say, why do I support and defend the F&M? It's not my fault that you're intellectually, all of you, intellectually outnumbered by one. But to make the thing fair, I'm willing to extend an invitation. I will take any 10 of the best PLP, DNA, BCP, or Coalition of Independents for 1 to 10 debate. And if I'm allowed to bring my wife, who has my back, I'll take 25 of you guys on, because she can handle 15 on her own. So at any given time that the trolls or anyone who think that I may know too much for being who I am, being concerned and loving my country, and knowing it better than most of their MPs, then I'm willing to extend this. And if we have to pay to go on a show, I will pay for a moderator. And in fact, if you all don't want me to pay for a moderator, you could bring your own moderator. If the PLP come, they could bring their own moderator. If the DNA come, bring their own moderator. If the coalition come, they could bring 2 moderators. And we will be subject to their rules for the engagement of debate.
And what are we talking about?
No, I'm simply saying it because people say, I think I know. And I'm saying to them that individually they sound good in a vacuum. Who wants to attack? And I'm extending to them the opportunity to confront me face-to-face, mono-a-mono, and make their argument for their people so they won't be constrained by radio, and I won't be constrained by radio, and they can bring their position to the public despair. Because I'm tired of the anti-intellectual who believe that 50 things that I make myself know, because I study and show myself a proof, that 50 things I know is everything in the world. So I'm just using this opportunity so they could take the time over the Christmas or whatever their time is, put together their gang, and come get their beaten.
All right, let me see if I could use this as a platform, man, or at least be your moderator.
Yeah, I'm just telling them, said, because I would really, really like to engage the acting prime minister because he has all the information with Latreille Rami. And, because he has all the information on all of the ministers. So that would be a nice debate for us to sit across from each other where you make point, where you make argument, counter-argument. You don't have to be a debate. You make your argument on what you think, why you think you should remain government, and I'll make a counter-argument on why I think Mr. Michael Pintard should leave government. Just simple things. And if it costs, I'm willing to sponsor what the cost is.
All right, you've laid down the gauntlet and the rules of engagement. See, Alan, let's see if you got any takers. Good stuff, as always. I mean, you can't knock the man for that. He said you throw down anywhere, any place, anytime. I mean, that's what I heard, right, Mr. Producer? So, obviously, the challenge has been issued. Now, will it be accepted or not? And why, if so or if not, it remains to be seen. But 5:17 p.m. is the time. Let me get to some other texts. You all are pulling no punches today. I can tell you where to lie. You all are pulling no punches today. Naughty, as far as Junkanoo goes, anything with two heads is a monster. It is not natural or normal. Yeah, I remember that. Screwface had two heads. It wasn't natural. No, I bet you on that one, Dexter. Naughty, the JCNP will be reinstalled when the FNM take over. The PRP are dictators. Sound like a valley fix is already in. How do you all really feel? Let me know. But like I say, I want people to enjoy Junkanoo to the fullest. I don't want this transition from who's managing it to be an issue. I'm really hoping that all the I's are dotted and the T's crossed and the patrons, the Junkanoo supporters and fans who pay top dollar for those seats, enjoy it to the fullest and get value for their money. Naughty. I'm with you on the PLP trolls. What was up with that call? He called like everything was positive, but he couldn't even say anything that was or whether the hotel sale was going ahead or not. Well, that's what you got to deal with. That's what you got to deal with. Blind loyalty. Even if it's at the cost of the nation. I straight. I got to ride for my people. I got to beat up my gum. Not looking 5 years down the line, what kind of effect it's going to have on you and me and the rest of the country. But I think that's a big problem, though. There was a time when we could call wrong, and people would accept it. All right, we're wrong, we made a mistake, we're going to do better, this, that, and the other. Now it's just don't answer, ignore, point fingers, and keep it moving. So, you got to keep an eye out for everything that's out there because people have agendas and silly season has started. Silly season is sillying. So don't get caught up in it. Look for the facts. Look for the actual factual. All right? All right, we ready to get to this break, Mr. Producer? All right, let's get the first break in. Flip side of the break. We'll talk some sports. We got that big NBA Cup tonight. We got the Spurs and the Knicks. We'll break that down. We'll talk the post-mortem of last night's game. Boy, I thought the Dolphins might actually be onto something. But once again, December in the snow, they turn into the Morgan's Fisherman Fish Sticks. That's what happened. Tour in the cold is just like, I'm sure I'll hear from Mystery Dolphin on that. And we'll talk some, other sports news popping up. And like I said, we'll have a solid Rich Eisen to get you home today. All you got to do is keep it right where you got it. The Tuesday, December 16th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a Rick and Scrapey. No, some was told by Gino D. I grew up on Kid. I grew up on Ronnie. I grew up on I. Grew up on Elon Moxie. Really hope that you don't feel. Hope you don't feel cause I play R&B and things. I don't need my Rick and Scrape. I hope that y'all don't think I let it go. Hope you don't think cause I
fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This holiday season, come to John's on Rosetta Street, Arkamika Road for all your footwear and fashion needs, where we've got you and the family covered. Shoes, bags, jewelry, clothes, and even home appliances. John's has everything you need for work, church, play, or the party in your life. John's has Skechers, Steve Madden, New Balance, Nautica, Hey Do It, Patrick Ewing, and other trusted brands. A John's gift card is the perfect gift. So come on into John's and start your holidays off on the right foot. Merry Christmas, Bahamas!
'Tis the season to crunch and be merry with KFC's festive feast. Gather around the table, the laughter, and the people you love most with KFC flavor that makes every moment brighter. So whether you're here for original memes or spicy moments, gather round for the memories that truly matter. Share 8 juicy pieces of your favorite KFC chicken with 4 buttery biscuits and make it extra festive with your favorite sides. Make moments full of flavor, not dish duty. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Are you searching for something new? Something exciting? Your dream job in paradise? Well, look no further. Royal Beach Club Paradise Island is hiring. Join a dynamic group of passionate hospitality professionals, craft unforgettable moments, and thrive in a vibrant, welcoming atmosphere. Play your part in shaping the future of our team while growing your own career every day. Bring your energy, your passion, and your creativity to a workplace that's as dynamic and fun as you are. At Royal Beach Club Paradise Island, the opportunities don't just exist. They're limitless. So are you ready to find your perfect fit? Visit Royal Beach Club at paradiseisland.com/career today and step into a world of exciting possibilities.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Old folks that tell us things they used to do. Tell us how they used to groove and think. Through the sounds of Rick and Script. They say our generation lost our roots and think. There's a part of me that wants to sing. Song they grew up on and think. They Rickets keep going and they try put it in our coffin. This thing give you that feeling, that feeling. Where Rickets keep going, then we're going down with all them songs. Then I still just want to jump around and sing songs by ancient man and think. Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a Rick and Scrape. No, some was told by Gino D. I grew up on Kid. I grew up on Ronnie, I grew up on Ali, grew up on Elon Moxie. Really hope that you don't feel, hope you don't feel cause I play R&B and think. I don't need my ranking straight, I hope that y'all don't think I let it go. Hope you don't think cause I make rock music and think that I don't let Stevie S play, that I won't play no Smokey Double O. My old mind will tell me how it used to be, how they would get jiggy and think.
We're back at you on the Tuesday, December 16th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. And we're into the 5 o'clock hour. We're talking sports. Let's go to the phone lines real quick, though. Talking Heads.
Boy, Naughty, I didn't need your help last night, boy. I get gang up on, boy. I had a rough night, boy. I get do so bad. I had 2 Pittsburgh Steelers talking to me dead bad, boy. Dead bad.
But you still had your Bud Lights to drink in front of them and don't give them none, right? So you still won.
Man, 2 look 42 and Rogers look 24, man. Man, come on,
Listen,
man.
Again, like I said, the Steeler fans, they're in denial. I mean, that team's not going anywhere. Even if they win that crappy division, they're not going anywhere. But I still say Baltimore beats them out for that division. Cincinnati plays spoiler in the process. And like I said, they got some tough games. I think the Lions is no cakewalk. I think they dropped that game, and they got. Don't they play the Bills as well?
Yeah, and then they ended up with Baltimore again, right? Week 18.
And if something on the line, let's see how it goes. Let's see what all the marbles are for. Let's see how it
But
plays
they
out.
got 2-0-4 in the cold draft.
He more than 0-4. He 0-8 or 0-12.
Man, we not 2-0 and they just can't on back to back. Rivers to look good Sunday. He just barely lost that game now. 42-year-old Rogers. Man, the senior citizens having a good week. But you ain't lie, tonight is a big game though. But I know I think I get Bronson them though. You know,
No, boy.
The Spurs,
I look at-
we ain't the Spurs from that they all take the last they take the last championship from us. I think we supposed to get them two back to back.
So hold on, you use a Nick or use a Heat, man? Who you use Bull for?
I use a Heat, but I saying in this cup. I say I don't like the Spurs. Because when
Right.
we beat them with Ray Allen hit the shot, then they come back the next year after that and beat us. And I don't like them since then. When they take the LeBron and between they take the championship from us, boy. So I don't like them.
I looking at McBride and Landry Shamet. They're out for the Knicks. Spurs have no injuries to report. The Knicks are
They would come from Toronto. Would win the champion. Obi, what do you name now?
Obi Toppin
Yeah, no, the next way.
from
Would come from
Toronto.
Toronto. Would win the championship with Toronto.
Oh, are you talking
And-
about OG Anunoby?
Right. He in tonight?
Yeah, he playing.
Okay, because he's playing good too. He can play some good ball. too.
I'm looking at these squads though, man. These squads are evenly matched. Okay, and like I said, this should be a very good game.
Yeah. The Spurs ain't easy with Yambi do now. They ain't gonna be easy do now.
Wemby is back. I mean,
if they could beat OKC, you know they're a
Listen.
solid team. But Naughty,
let me tell you, one second, Muff. Let me tell you why this team is solid, okay? You got Wembayana averaging 25 points. De'Aaron Fox averaging 23.9, almost 24. You got Castle at 18. Vassell at 15. Barnes at 13. Harper at 13. Keldon Johnson off the bench at 12. And Champagny at 11. And Luke Cornett at 7. They are deep and they scoring and they're young. This
Yes,
team
he
ain't
can't
going
cover
away.
things like that, but he really win that game with OKC. Yeah, but he can't on crazy.
So it's gonna be a good game tonight. But I like the Spurs plus 2.5 because I like the Spurs plus 2.5, and obviously too because I want my wife to be happy with her Spurs winning, and I rooting for MJ too. But I look at it on the paper 2.5 points. I'll take the Spurs in that one.
Okay, well, we can see in tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But only thing I looking to bring me through right now is we have another big game Saturday, no one do. 12 o'clock. It's the Miami Hurricanes. That's the only thing. 'Cause the Heat lost last night and all.
Well, hey, hold on.
Rough night.
Listen, brother. Listen. Listen. The national championship game is going to be played where?
In Miami,
In
right?
Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens,
Thank you.
Florida. The
Well,
number
that's
12.
today-
Hold
that's
on.
today in MENZ too.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Miami could shock the world. Miami could win this thing. I mean, they're playing on. Could you imagine if they play like that?
Exactly.
And they got to
That's
play
what
in
I mean.
Hard Rock Stadium. That's like back in the day when teams used to try. Nebraska used to try beat them in the Orange Bowl. Not gonna happen.
Hey, but Malachi 20, they can't stop him. They can't do nothing with him.
The
But
only
ain't
team
nothing
I
happening.
like
They
out of
can't.
South Florida and Florida in general, the Miami Hurricanes. Everybody else sucks and I can't stand them.
Yeah, and Hurricane and Carson Beck, he got to bring us through. He got to bring us. The only thing I open
He
for
better
now
not
is
do
the
no
East Louis.
fool. He better not do no fool.
Exactly. All right, let me let someone else get in. Marty. Be safe, man.
all
We
right,
can link
Muff,
up.
you
Hey,
too,
thanks again for the case of bear, boy. The case of bud.
No problem, man. Love yourself. All right. Naughty, good afternoon. Will the Broncos win the Super Bowl? Listen, I had my doubts about the Broncos, but then they were quite impressive on the weekend. So yeah, I think the Broncos are a legit contender coming out of the AFC. I still think the jury's out on New England. They've won some games. But you see, they had some tough competition. It was a little different for them. They're beating up on some weaker competition. I can't take that from them. And Vrabel's done a good job defensively and offensively, and special teams got that team playing. They're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. And they could, make the adjustments and run the board and maybe make a Super Bowl appearance. But I think right now the best
Patriots.
Okay, y'all got to stop this foolishness, man, all right? I mean, this ghost in the machine foolishness with Pearly just do is ridiculous. First of all, it just scared the crap out of me. And second of all, it's horrible radio.
I've been waiting for the longest for you to acknowledge me. I got impatient.
You sound like an old woman. Don't do that to me no more. And I got to acknowledge me and it's got impatient. I didn't even see no message from you saying I'm waiting to get in. You didn't even WhatsApp me. You snuck up on me. You crept up on me, dude.
Did I really do that?
You sneaking up on me from behind, but I mean, you turned PLPA. Anyway, let me stop.
Ooh, ow.
Okay, so we got Pearly. What was I saying before you scared the crap out of me?
You now talking about Denver. You kind of bought into Denver.
Yeah, I think Denver showed some things. Denver showed some signs on offense and defense. You know, so I think you got to look at them. The defense is legitimate. They won a big game. I think Denver and New England are the two that you got to talk about in the AFC right now.
I just wanted you to acknowledge that I did say that the Kansas City Chiefs will not make it to the Super Bowl nor the AFC Championship. And later on, I did say I don't think they'll make the playoffs. And, you know.
Yes, you spewed out a lot of hate rants against teams that you hate. And
no, it wasn't hate. You know, this is what it was about. They've been healthy for many days. They've been 5 straight or 8 straight or so many straight years. They've been healthy. This is football. Name me a team that had a run, didn't have any injuries sometime later on after having a long run. Name a team. Name a team that wasn't hurt by injuries anytime in the season. The Kansas City Chiefs didn't have any real injuries for years and years and years. Things happen. The mojo wars off. You have to rebuild. You have to make. Now they have to decide: do they re-up or retool?
That's a crossroads because you got some players there, and
you see got Kelsey whose contract is up. You got to look at some other things. So, you know, Mahomes coming off a major injury, so he's going to be gone.
Now, I think it's a retooling though, because let me tell you why. They got the ability. If Mahomes got injured in December, he's not going to be ready for the beginning of the training camp. But by midway through, he should be ready to go.
Okay.
So I think that if Love is there from Notre Dame, they might draft him. They may draft him. I'm thinking they could go with Gardner Minshew until he's back. He's back.
No,
Minshew is service. Hold on, Pearly, hear me. If they retool the O-line, they get the running back from Notre Dame, Love. They add another piece in the draft, and they fill some holes. They do some stuff in free agency. They could be a stopgap until Mahomes gets back.
So you go 2 years in the playoffs then?
They may not make the playoffs. You never know. They might be in a position when Mahomes gets back that he puts them over the hump. So you got to look at that. You got to look at the injury. You got to look at the mojo surrounding the injury. It was the same way at the same point in his career that Brady had the torn ACL. At the end of that first Patriots dynasty. And then they retooled and rebuilt. And like the $6 million man, they rebuilt that knee stronger than it was before. And he came back as Bionic Brady. All right? So now you know. They might rebuild that knee for Mahomes, and he comes back as mechanical Mahomes and just comes down like a machine and just does what he needs to do in the future.
Yeah, but I think for too long, they ride his back. They got to do some things. I think they're caught up with Kansas City. They've caught up.
That I agree with. I agree with you there.
You know.
All right, let's get to this caller real quick, Pearly. Talking Heads.
Hey, what's up, guys? Pearly, Naughty, Pearly, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Mystery Dolphin?
Everything good. Pearly, I beg to differ with you. For the past 4 years, for the past 4 years, Patrick Mahomes has been playing, but he's been playing injured. Let's be real about it.
No. When I say injured, nagging injuries is one thing. Injuries that you are out is the next I'm talking about. I'm not talking about little nagging injuries so you can play with a bad.
There was no nagging injury. He had feet injury. He had real injury.
What was the real injury that kept him off the field?
His feet.
It kept him off the field?
Not really off the field, but he played. He played through injury. He played through injury.
As long as he was able to play, it wasn't that type of an injury. I know about injuries where you cannot play. Like what he's going through now, what Micah Parsons going through, what others have gone through.
No, Micah Parsons has a real injury, and Patrick Mahomes now has a real injury that
And the Green Bay Packers got a $47 million bill for that knee injury, too. I just was putting that in there.
No, that's too cold.
Naughty, you just rubbing it in.
Hey, excuse me. No. There's nothing that I said was wrong. I didn't wish that.
Rubbing it in.
Stop. I did not wish that injury on Parsons. Injuries are part of the game. I'm sorry it happened to him.
If Micah Parsons was
and now from a statistic.
You would have made playoffs.
No, sir, because we can't stop the run. So, because we couldn't have stopped the run with him, but statistically, I mean, there's nothing wrong with what I said. There's nothing wrong with what I said. If you look at the money now, Green Bay is on the hook for $47 million for somebody who possibly may not play next season for them.
Well,
there's nothing wrong with what I said. That's the truth.
No, but I'm telling you, if Micah Parsons was still with the Cowboys, you guys would have made the playoffs.
And I'm telling you, no, that defense was going to be horrible with him as well because Eberflus is an idiot, a defensive coordinator. He refuses to coach and let him play man, always dropping back and playing prevent and zone. No, it wouldn't happen. And we all know the Cowboys could not stop the run. When Micah Parsons was there, people was just going to keep running it down our throat. Now, since the break in the trade, we're the number 5 team in stopping the run in the NFL, and we still can't stop the pass. So we need rehaul in the offseason. Micah wasn't going to save us, bro. Sorry. Can't let you say that.
Well, y'all playing a 10-4 team on Sunday, so y'all are toast.
What?
Y'all playing a 10-4 team on Sunday.
Who we playing on Sunday, 10-4?
10-4, yes.
The Chargers?
The Chargers.
Mystery, you want me to tell you something? Mystery, you want me to tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I will give you an opportunity to erase your cowardice by not coming and paying off that bill that you owe from years ago. I'll give you an opportunity to erase that.
Wearing that shirt?
Cowboys beat the Chargers on Sunday. You got to come in and you got to wear the shirt and you got to wear some other paraphernalias. If the Chargers beat the Cowboys, you off the hook. You don't have to pay nothing.
Done.
Pearly, you heard him?
That's a done.
I heard it.
Mr. Producer, you heard him?
Done deal.
And you got it recorded, right? Because we know Mystery like live and like politicians when he got to pay his debts.
That's a done deal. That's a done deal. That's a done deal. Chargers beat the Cowboys on Sunday.
I have some good news for you, Mystery.
Go ahead.
Are you ready for this?
Go ahead. Now, don't tell me nothing but the Dolphins. Don't tell me nothing but the Dolphins.
Listen to me carefully. It's about the Dolphins, but listen to me carefully. I've totally and 100% bought into you on when it comes to Tua and the Dolphins.
Oh my God!
You still recording this too?
Make sure this is recorded.
No, I'm man enough to say when I was wrong.
Thank you.
After last night, oh my God, I was wrong. I am man enough to say that.
Thank you very much. I told you Tua is trash. He is garbage.
And McDaniels, my only problem is we got nobody to replace him because the other one is trash too. But anyway, McDaniels is thinking about benching him this weekend. So that's an interesting concept that's coming up.
Two of them need to go. Plus, we need to tighten up on that defense because I can't believe what the Dolphins allowed Aaron Rodgers to do last night. I can't believe it. I can't believe what our defense allowed.
That wasn't too much of a bother to me. I can live with what the bend down. What the bend down is, Pittsburgh can't stop the run. Their best player was out, and they shut the run right down. They took Miami off its game, and McDaniels had no answer. No answer. So
not until the fourth quarter when a chain was then peeling off 10 yards a pop and 9 yards a pop.
No, but even in the fourth quarter, they didn't play with any urgency. They didn't play like they knew they may be able to run back.
Because they were cold. They were cold, and Bernie, you got to admit that over the years, the Dolphins, they turn into the Morgan Fisherman fish sticks. They turn into fish sticks.
And Tua played like a third-string quarterback.
McDaniels got to go, too. That's all I got to say.
I agree on McDaniels also, but Tua played like a third-string quarterback. Unbelievable. Both of them have to go.
He made some decisions last night, but really questioned me. I watched a sack that he took. He's scrambling. He running away, and you got to throw the ball away. Throw the ball away.
Well, I promised you at the beginning of the season that I will make a believer out of you, but it ain't me who making a believer out of you. It's Tua who making a believer out of you.
I'm done with him. I'm done with him.
Mystery, I want to congratulate you, man. You've been wearing on Pearly for 2 years. You've been relentless. You've been like
I am a tough
you've
point.
been like
I am a point to.
You've been like the
I am
tide
to a
on the
point right
coral
now.
reef. You've worn it down. You've created holes. You've created pieces to
Fine.
break off and form other reefs. You've been resilient, and finally, you got him to admit. You got him to
At this point
bend
right
the knee.
And but not only that.
At this
not
point
only
right
that,
now, Miami is number
I
3
made
in
a
my book.
believer I made a believer out of Pearly on tour, and Naughty I'll make a believer out of you on Dak Prescott on Sunday.
But anyway, so when you coming to pay your debt now? Because I got a couple of things for you to put on. When you coming to pay your debt?
All right, on Sunday, on Monday.
Yeah,
Monday.
well, I'll be talking to you Monday.
Monday,
all right?
I'll be there. Monday.
All right, no worries.
Okay.
Go and sit no more, mystery. Boy, we got a lot recorded here today, Pearly. A lot recorded in the annals of time. For the annals of time, I should say.
I see. I got you.
All right, here's our pick for the night, man. One shot. Knicks and the Spurs. NBA Cup.
I like the Knicks tonight. I just like Bronson in big games.
Okay, I got to disagree with you.
I hear your argument.
I'm going to take the
Spurs,
2.5 points with the Spurs. Yeah, Wemby is a difference. But I like the fact that Harrison Barnes is the straw that stirs that drink and keeps them mellow. And I think DeAndre Fox is De'Aaron Fox is the one who they really got to watch out for. I think he goes off tonight. I think Castle does what he needs to do. I think the Spurs get it done collectively as a team.
Let's wait to see. But I don't know. I hear your point on them. They're a good team. They're scoring. They're young. They ain't going nowhere. But this pressure basketball, let's see how they respond.
They said that about the Lakers, and look where we are. They said that about the Thunder, and look where they are. I'm just saying.
No. It's a little different in the terms of the fact that this is the championship right now. All eyes on you now. Everything on you.
I'm gonna go.
You beat the Lakers. You beat the Thunder. Your head swell. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna go even further out on the limb. I said if Spurs win by double digits. Outright.
Okay.
No, you know what, Pearly? Let me tell you what it is. And I can be honest with you. The fact that I haven't had for years the ability to do that with my own Lakers. Watch a team be put together, develop, and blossom like she's done. I've watched it over her shoulder, and I give them their props. I look at the talent around the league. Julius Randle, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma.
Caruso, yes.
All of them. Brandon Ingram, all of them.
Yeah.
You know what we could have been doing? Josh Hart. You know what we could have been doing with all of them still in naked uniforms right now?
I agree with you 100%. I'm not knocking any of that. But this is the only concern I have with you. You don't have if they get beat tonight, what you can do? Oh, you can cry with them and you could be teasing them.
Happy wife, happy life. Okay, and I'm gonna leave that just like that.
I just wanted to hear that.
So if they lose and my baby need a Kleenex, then MJ get a Kleenex.
I'd give it a Kleenex as I talk to y'all lose.
I've got so many answers. Listen to me. If this was Jokers, buddy, trust me, I had about 2 minutes right there. I could have flipped this on you so easy. But it's national radio, and I respect you as my older brother. Stress the older, and I won't go there. I will cease and desist.
That's why I'm taking the liberties. But I understand.
Go, because you're protected. You know you got built-in protection. That's why you throw and rock over the wall and ducking. That's what you're doing.
Yes, that's what you do now. I wouldn't dare not do this out there.
Anyhow, you know what? Then I pull up in the driveway, blowing horn and thing right after the game, and they win. You know, who could be with me, right? And I just can leave that just like that, okay?
Not a problem.
All right, so I like the Spurs tonight plus the 2.5. Pearly likes the Knicks to win by the 2.5. We'll discuss it tomorrow. Right here on Talking Heads, everybody who chimed in, called in, and texted in, and to our special guest, Toby Austin from the Saxon Superstars. Thank you for all the paraphernalia, and thank you for being candid and letting us know exactly what to expect from the Saxons on Bay. Pearly, thank you for chiming in.
They bring you Saxon T-shirt. And
flag, too, and hat, and medallion, too, babe. Huh?
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
I tell him he was part of the Mighty Vikings, but I still can give you some. I got a T-shirt and flag here for you, too, man, Pearly.
I'll accept. They're my dear friends. Vola's been a dear friend of mine for many, many years.
There you go, man. Good stuff.
I get cousins that come in from New York, and they think the Saxons are the only group in the whole Bahamas. So, yeah.
Well, that's the only one that matters, so they got plenty of sense. All right, man.
That's fine.
We gonna hit the break, man, and we gonna leave you with Rich Eisen taking it home for you today. And he's talking about Aaron Rodgers, and Mike Tomlin's futures with the Pittsburgh Steelers. If Josh Allen can finally get the Bills to the Super Bowl, and some other tidbits. That's all coming up on the ride home. On the flip side, keep it right where you got it, and we'll see you right here tomorrow on Talking Heads.
Ciao.
Cause I make rap music and think that I won't let be my play, that I won't play no smoky double. Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a Rick and Scrapey. No summer sung by Eddie, Phil Stubbs and Sweet Emily. I grew up on Ron, I grew up on I, grew up on Elon Moxie. Really hope that you don't feel.
The wait is over. The all-electric Geely Radara pickup is back at Easy Car Sales. Choose from 5 all-new 2026 models, complete with dual cab comfort, impressive cargo space, great towing ability, and tech features straight from the future. The perfect pickup for both work and play is 100% electric elegance, complete with factory warranty. Schedule your test drive of the truck that's built for the Bahamas by visiting easy242.com or call 461-0100.
Flame Grill tastes better. Head to Burger King Nassau. You'll see our legendary Whopper with cheese is made with 100% Flame Grill beef for that juicy and smoky barbecue flavor you love. Topped with fresh ingredients and nestled in an even fluffier bun. And right now, enjoy BK's Whopper with cheese combo with fries and a drink for just $9, including that. The King gives more food and more flavor for an unbeatable price. Taste the Flame Grill difference at any of Burger King's 7 locations in Nassau.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Old folks should tell us things they used to do. Tell us how they used to groove and think. Do the sounds of Rick and Script. They say our generation.
That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday on a Tuesday.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on?
Hey, everybody, you guys good?
Yeah.
Great to see you. God, love seeing Frank. Pittsburgh looked pretty good. TJ, first place. AFC North, Rodgers, Tomlin. I think they're both going to be back in Pittsburgh in 2026.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised about that. I don't think that's an overreaction right there. I don't think Tomlin's going anywhere, as you know. And Rodgers, with the way that he's playing right now, honestly, he's moving around very well, don't you think?
Arm looks pretty good.
I wouldn't find that surprising.
No.
Let's see what happens over the next month, though.
It just seemed like coming into this year, it was like, all right, this is Rodgers' last dance. One shot. Didn't seem like he was very committed to next season. And now, why not? Run it back.
Yeah. I don't think that is an overreaction at all. I don't know how psyched Steelers fans would be if they get one and done. Let's just say again the Bills or the Chargers. I think you're still winning your division. I don't think you're going to see them in the first round.
It just seems like the AFC East will be the 5 seed.
Second place, whoever
second place,
whoever
AFC
finishes
East
second,
will be the 5 seed,
or the Chargers.
Yeah, maybe.
The Chargers could win 2 more games and then lose to Denver in week 18 and be a 12-win 5 seed.
That's true.
That's entirely possible. So let's see what happens. But I don't know what other option would they go for. But if Kirk Cousins becomes available and he's
trade for Kyler Murray, something like that.
That's going to be Kyler Murray is going to be a fascinating off-season subject matter because his physical prowess is outstanding.
We've seen what the top of the top looks like.
Right.
He's an MVP candidate.
But don't you think that something's up when Jacoby Brissett comes in and he says, this is the way it looks when it works to a certain way, and it looks a hell of a lot better?
Oh, when it's 1, 2, 3 throw to the one or two read?
Dude.
Yeah.
The fact that Brissett to Michael Wilson has been far more
It's like Calvin Johnson out there.
Has been a far more accomplished and one would say, productive combination than Murray to Marvin Harrison Jr. between your first and fourth overall picks separated by a few drafts, that Jake Brisket and Michael Wilson looks a far better combination. And Trey McBride, who could hardly find the end zone until the second to last week of the season on a pass, has been nothing but raining points. Overreaction, we move on. Not an overreaction, pardon me, and we move
I
on.
like that we had the AFC playoff picture up there because I think the entire NFL playoffs are locked. The 14 teams are in right now, that's who's vying for the Super Bowl.
I'll call that an overreaction, and I'll call my shot here. I think the shot. Call my shot.
Shot.
I don't think the AFC North is decided yet. And I don't think, how about this? I don't know if the NFC North is going to get 3 teams in, and I don't know if the Bears are going to be one of them.
Well, the Lions are out right now.
I understand that. The Lions have the Steelers in their house. I think that's a game that they can win. They go to Minnesota on Christmas. I think that's a game they can win. And then they have a visit to Chicago, which I think is a game they can win. I know Jared Goff is Mr., he's not exactly Mr. Cold Miser, like, Tua Tagovailoa is definitely not it, but he's not in the Tua realm of like the guy. He has definitely performed better in the cold as a Lion, maybe because he's living in it and he plays in it more. But I think the Lions can win out, and the Bears have the Packers, the Niners before they finish up. So I'll just say there's something unexpected coming, and I chose those 2 spots. And I don't know who technically is in first place in the NFC South right now. I think it is Tampa.
Tampa, yeah.
Right. So that could easily switch too. Overreaction. What else?
Love what I saw out of.
By the way, I could have just given you. That's an overreaction. Move on. But I gave you examples.
Yeah, you talked it out. Well done.
It's not that I just talked it out. I gave you details that can come back to bite me, and I like being right.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will, won't we?
We've loved Josh Allen for a long time.
Was that a threatening or just wants to move on? Was that a let's move on, we'll see?
I was trying to move on.
In this particular case, I don't think it was.
I was just trying to keep things moving.
I'm not saying he's never threatened you.
No,
I'm just saying in this
I know that.
instance,
I'm not saying that either.
Yeah, I think
but yeah,
you got to let this one
you
slide.
said you was all right, Spike.
Yeah,
We've loved Josh Allen for a long time, TJ,
Oh, yeah.
despite
Please
him
believe
being
it.
the quarterback of the team that I root for, a rival. But if the Bills can't win the AFC now with Mahomes, Lamar, and Burrow all out,
They're never gonna.
They never will.
You're not wrong. The people that have been standing in their way,
They're all gone.
although the Bills are the ones that have been standing in Lamar's way more than the other way around. But Mahomes and Burrow being out. Yeah, you're right.
And this is their chance.
This is their chance. And it's more than a Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, that's right. Right now, the quarterbacks, he'd have to
They've
be
got
better.
the third best odds to win the Super Bowl.
The quarterbacks, if you think about it, in the AFC playoffs, if it all does stay the same, and I think the AFC is going to stay the same, I really feel it. It's Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert and his infinity glove broken left hand,
Days like a buffalo.
Drake May, Aaron Rodgers, and
Bo Nix?
And Bo Nix.
Who are you taking there?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I won 17.
I know. I know.
Let's
This
go.
is it. You're right. That's not an overreaction.
Thank you. I love being
Other
right.
than the then they never will part.
AFC's loaded at quarterback.
It is.
I get this. I understand. I see your gist.
Thank you.
I can see the cut of your jib.
Thank you, sir. Nobody wants to talk or respect the AFC South, but I'm going to. The AFC South, one of them will be in the AFC Championship game.
Not an overreaction, and we've been talking about the Jaguars 2 days straight. D'Amico Ryans is slated to appear on this program later this week.
Well, it took 15 weeks.
I don't understand what you're saying, that nobody's going to talk about it, so you will. That's the overreaction. The rest of it, I'm with you. Is that the first time in the history of this segment and also the podcast that I've called his methodology and setup an overreaction. But the actual body of his work, I'm with him.
Some tells me it's not the first time
I
you've
think
done
we should
it.
write that down.
It's
All right,
fantastic.
2 more, and they're pretty fun. Bear with me.
Okay.
One of the best stories of the year, obviously, Phillip Rivers. We've been talking a lot about this. Phillip Rivers is giving Tom Brady ideas.
That's stupid.
That's all I'm saying.
Ideas about what?
A lot of teams need quarterbacks. We just talked about it. Neck up. Well, Tom can also do it neck up and neck down. You seen this guy?
I plead the fifth.
He's not showing up with a dad bod like Phil did.
Excuse me.
His body.
This man has turned the page. This man's turned the page.
You think?
His team needs a quarterback.
I'm aware of that. His team needs.
Heaven can wait.
He needs Tom Brady, the executive,
No,
more
it doesn't.
than Tom Brady, the quarterback.
I don't think so.
Excuse me.
They need Tom Brady's right
The
arm.
Vegas Raiders need Tom Brady, the executive, to be better than Tom Brady, the quarterback, right now. They need him because, let's just say,
Tom's getting ideas.
Hold on a second. Let's just say your idiocy is onto something. They're so far away from him, just like it's Phillip Rivers. I get it. Like, there's Jonathan Taylor. There's also, at the time, an 8-5 record. Come on, man. Let's move on.
You think, man? Because
He's giving him no ideas.
Here's the deal.
Plus
Here's the deal.
$37
Here's the deal.
million per in Fox, and he's, by the way, getting way better at his job each passing week.
Brock Bowers on one side, Gronk on the other. 2 tight
God,
ends.
this
Let's go.
guy. All right.
But then you're taking
Let's bring
Gronk
them
away
all
too
back.
at the same
Bro,
time.
you know what it's like? It's like Spider-Man, right?
Is that
Remember
Norman come back
Spider-Man
too?
when Norman Osborn
Let's
stuck
get them
into
all.
that shape?
Let's get them all while we got the muscle. Let's get Seymour
Just
back.
say- just saying.
Let's get Bruce
Just saying,
back.
TJ.
Let's get Ty Law back. Let's keep going.
You
Why
get
not?
it. You get
Sure.
it. You get it.
Well,
Matt
You get
Lights around
You get it.
watching Purdue games.
All right, last one.
Uh-huh.
TJ, this is for you, and I can't wait to listen to No Contest this week with you and O'Shea. Saturday was not John Cena's last match. I'm not buying it. He's not going out like
I
that. You
defer
saw
to
the
you.
smirk on his face
I defer.
when he was tapping out. This is preposterous.
I defer.
Listen, and someday, probably very in the very near future, the Saudis are going to buy up WWE and
Oh, boy.
TKO, and someone's going to slide a check over to John Cena that's going to have a couple commas and a whole bunch of zeros. And let me tell you something, it's going to make him rethink what he thought was his last
Wow,
match.
you went a little more geopolitical than I thought you would in your answer.
WrestleMania, Rock Cena, go out in the right way.
You see where WrestleMania
I'm
is
just
next
gonna-
year, Rich? I mean, there's a lot of money.
Come on.
You know?
I'm just saying
What
this.
was that?
I'm
Guys, he's
saying
the-
this from our own experience. Believe nothing. Believe nothing.
Thank you.
From our own Rich
Hoodwinked,
Eisen Show experience
bamboozled.
with Seth Rollins.
Let us stray, run
Believe
amok.
nothing.
Look,
Absolutely.
John Cena is the franchise, right? And the franchise is doing big business. And big business would be to have him at next year's WrestleMania. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
Wasn't that about the Knicks drafting of Porzingis?
It was. Yes,
correct.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Okay. That's it for Overreaction Monday on a Tuesday. Good job, everybody. It's a team effort. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that.
With all them songs, then I still just want to jump around and sing songs by ancient modern things. Some of the greatest stories ever told was on a Rick and Scrape. No, some was told by Gino D. I grew up on Kid, I grew up on Ron, I grew up on